Hello, welcome to Confusion and Exhausted.
How about our cloud that is getting increasingly
It's just a rapid
cockeyed.
cloud, it's fine. We are on season 4 of 20-something, if this series is still happening at this point in life. Like, I don't even know at this point.
When is this airing? Who knows?
Season 3 you liked and didn't like. There were things that you enjoyed and things that you did not enjoy. As was I agree.
As was I. There were things you enjoyed. As was I.
Yes. Season 3 you felt was a lot of filler.
Yeah.
This one's going to be weird because half of the season doesn't focus on the main characters.
Great.
But I enjoy the series, I think, the season the most out of any of the other ones.
Okay. Got some high expectations there, just like...
I think it's very grounded in what the stories are because it's based on the first half. How much of it... I've told you about the Tallyland because that was one of the railways I wanted to see when we went to England. I don't think I actually mentioned it.
I don't know that I listened.
I probably also didn't mention it to you specifically because I think I looked it up and said, no, this is too far out of the way. So one of the railways that he based his stories and engines on is a good chunk of these stories. So like some of these, a lot of the stories are things that actually happened. I mean, with most of his stories as well, but these are very specific to this railway.
Gotcha.
So that's what this first chunk is. Loud.
It's unnecessary.
So is he.
I mean, yes.
Not really. You can't just call a show Friends.
You can. There's a whole show. There were 10 seasons.
The engines
See, this
found
shed
it
looks
hard to sleep.
more
What
normal.
we need,
Yeah.
suggested Toby, it must have a happy ending. Driver
Must
told me
it?
a story. Once upon a time,
So,
began Tom.
the story is Thomas telling a story.
There were 3 little engines who lived in the Duke, Stuart, and Falcon. Duke was the oldest,
Duke.
and was named after His Grace, the Duke of Sodor.
He has such an odd face shape to him, like distinct. Like there's something about it's like almost. It's not even cheeks. It's like jowls.
Yeah.
The Duke thought wrong. He would say, "That would never suit His Grace."
Of course, that's wrong. Like don't run into each other.
Duke outlasted them all.
These look more like miniatures than the other ones have.
It's because they are smaller.
Used to call him Grandpa.
They'll show them in scale. These are narrated.
Very tired of hearing all about.
Well, and I mean, I know you explained that, like,
sometimes
in terms of actual engines, they're smaller, but like,
engines
they
feel
look
plastic.
Grandpa on forever. Smudger, said Duke, was a show-off. He rode rough to get off and came off the rail.
It's like a cell phone ringtone.
It sounds like Rudolph Snow.
I warned him to be careful. But listen, Dookie, he snarled.
Dookie?
Who worries about a few spills? He turned him into a generator. He's still out there behind our shed. He'll never move again.
One of the episodes that gets passed around online because it's
Stuart and Falcon
horrifying.
really useful engines. And all 3
But what's weird is that sometimes they'll come back and either do a redemption story of some of these characters or whatever. That's the last you ever hear of this character.
That's frightening. Yeah. What kind of dystopian horror story is, oh, well, if you up too much, we're just gonna lock you away and pretend you don't exist.
Then hard times came. The mines in the
where
hills
it's like,
closed.
are these trains like
And the railway was
people,
closed
like
too.
where you, or machines, like
People came to
where
buy
is the
the
line
engine.
between that?
Do you know
We'll
what
take Stuart and
category they
Falcon.
fall into?
No one wanted Duke.
Star Wars
They thought him
droids.
too old.
Star Wars
Yes.
droids is a really weird, like,
We'll
they're
find you a
treated
nice
as
railway
individuals
and
and
then
yet
you can
also
come and keep us in
property.
order.
They think for
They
themselves
tried
and
to be
also are
brave and cheerful,
completely
but no one really thought
encapsulated
their
by
dreams
their
would come
job.
true.
Yeah.
And that
Duke's
was
driver
okay.
and
So you want to
fireman
talk about
oiled
like
and
down
greased
the
him
depths
one
of the
last
Star
time.
Wars books. There's
They
a
sheeted him snugly
droid
and
who
said
gets
goodbye.
really pissed that that's how
Then they
they're
had to
being
go away
treated
and
and leads
find
like a
work.
droid rebellion.
Yes, we were talking about this the other day.
Duke
Not me and you, it was somebody else.
Oh, well,
I think it was
he
Dylan.
sighed. I'll go to
So
sleep.
they bought the other
Well,
2
pass
engines
the time.
because they were like, they're younger, and they're like,
They
he's
just
too old, and they
ditched
just
Duke?
put him in a shed
They
and
just
said,
abandoned
we'll
him?
come back at some point when somebody wants to buy
Winter
you.
torrents washed soils
God.
from the hills.
you just straight up abandoned him.
It's like, how long was he dead for?
How long can he sleep? Also, as we've discussed previously, does the driver just stay there
now.
forever?
Yeah, not with that one,
but that'll have to wait until next time.
But, you know.
Thomas! Thomas is the exact kind of person who should not write fan fiction because they just leave you on a god-awful cliffhanger.
Yeah, Thomas is that
constantly.
Grandfather that tells the story. He's like, oh, you terrified? Well, see you tomorrow morning. Like, So that's that. Why are we just leaving these trains places? How many trains are just left abandoned places?
I'm starting to wonder, because this is not the first time this has come up.
Yeah.
Because we've had trains that have been kidnapped and or rescued, depends on who you talk to. We've had, like, Cask of Amontillado, let's just, like, board them up. What kind of dystopian?
It's the Duke of Amontillado. Which one of the 3 engines would you have purchased if you had the money? I know most of these people are gonna say Duke, but also I want none of them either. They can all just work on their little railway.
My sister had the Duke miniature, so like, I guess that's my answer. It's the only one of the 3 I knew. What were the names of the other 2?
Stuart and Falcon. But don't get used to those names because they change.
What? Garbage. This whole series is garbage.
Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment below, support us on Patreon. We'll see you next week.
I'll just keep sipping my tea.
Yep, that's what we do here. Sip our tea like Kermit the mother frog.
2 cups of
That's
tea.
That's a lot of tea.
I make it 2 cups at a time.